this one. In my mind's eye, Kenobi! Hi, welcome back to the Bomb Squad Talks Kenobi. We're talking about episodes 5 and 6 of Obi-Wan Kenobi. My throat hurts, but let's get right into it, starting with episode 5, part 5. Joe, you seemed real excited after watching this one.
Yeah, God, why'd you have to start with me?
Doing great. Tim, you go. Save Joe.
Yeah, I watched episode 5 the other day. I watched it 5 and 6 back to back. They kind of blur together in my mind, but I did enjoy episode 5 when I watched it. I liked how it brought Hayden into the mix. We get to see young Hayden doing his thing.
No de-aging, by the way. The man's just aged that well.
Yeah. I could tell.
Oh, he definitely looked older.
Yeah, I could tell that it was modern Hayden, but it was. I do think that he's aged well. And it was cool seeing him just kind of dueling with Obi-Wan throughout the episode, just kind of cutting back to that. I thought that was neat.
It was a good narrative device, I thought, cutting back and forth between the modern and the old school with Obi-Wan and Vader, and showed that Vader still had a lot to learn, because Obi-Wan tricks him in real life and he tricks him in the flashback, and I thought that was a really good back and forth. And they finally got their money's worth bringing Hayden back, and I'm so happy for that.
Speaking of Hayden, because I want to bring him up and his performance specifically in this. Just we all know all the negative prequel talk of specifically Hayden,
I don't like sand.
Time and a different director played into this factor, because you know what, he feels more natural here than he does in Attack of the Clones.
If it's naturalistic, Joe, I actually do know the answer to the question. What made it better? They got someone that knew how to write, and he nails it. He kills it. I've been talking about this whole thing. I'm so happy to see my boy back. This episode and there's a specific moment in the next episode I'm going to want to highlight. But he brings it, man. He really brings it. How about this 5th episode? Do we like the whole tracking device, Reva coming down to the planet, and reveal that Reva was one of the younglings? I liked the episode, but I thought it was kind of goofy they treated that as a dramatic twist.
I mean, there's still a thing you got to reveal, though. You got to come out with it.
No, that's fair, but they could have done it less dramatically, and I felt like they thought I was stupid, honestly.
Are you stupid or something?
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
Yeah.
Someone say something.
Movie good.
Congratulations!
Darth Vader grabs a fucking ship out of the air, and I thought that was sick.
Yeah, now that you mentioned that, I do remember that. That was a great scene, and It gave him just such big boss energy, and that was really cool to see. And I did really enjoy the way things kind of went down with Reva and Vader in the end. I thought that that was handled well in a way that kind of makes you feel for Reva.
I love how Vader doesn't even really fight her. He's toying with her.
Going back to Vader on the stopping the ship, that's so I'm notorious for not being I treat the video games as non-canon. Same with the animated shows, but I guess they're canon. This is the one time that I've seen imagery from that you would see in a Star Wars game, and I've just been okay with it. They knew how to do it properly in this, and it's also just not as goofy and over the top as it gets in the video games. So I really enjoyed it for that, and it's oh hey, they made video game imagery in Star Wars work for me, because yeah, that's just not my thing, and when it is my thing, it's only because I treat it as a thing that's just in a video game that's not canon.
Joe, are you sure you want to be on record as saying the cartoons suck and anyone who likes them can kiss my ass?
I didn't say that they could kiss my ass.
Tanner Richard Kraft, famous libelist.
Hey!
It is not. I resent that.
Print, it's libel. Spoken as slander.
There we go.
This episode's good. Really, the main thing for me was just the back and forth between Hayden in the past and Hayden as Vader in the present. That was all great. I love the fight between Reva and Vader. I love that Bail Organa is a thundering dumbass. Obi-Wan, if you're hurt, I'm sending you this message to let you know Luke Skywalker, the important kid, is on Tatooine, and I'm gonna go there if I don't hear from you. Obi-Wan Kenobi, famous Jedi, protecting Luke Skywalker. I'm gonna go there.
You've done it now.
Bail Organa.
You've captured me.
We're gonna move on to episode 6 because clearly we don't have anything to say about episode 5. Maybe the best thing Disney Star Wars has made since The Last Jedi, in my opinion.
It was good. I wouldn't go that far.
Tim disagrees with the existence of this show.
I'll save my thesis for the end.
Oh, he has a thesis.
Yeah. I mean, I thought the episode was good. I think it kind of closed out this miniseries about as well as you can. The final battle, I think, while it wasn't quite the stalemate that I was hoping it was gonna be, I think it was handled well. I did really enjoy the ending of it because it felt very much like a callback to the season 2 finale of Rebels.
It's literally the other half of his mask cut off. My opinion on fan service is usually I like it in doses, and I don't like it when it's over the top. And to be honest, the fan service in this episode was goofy over the top, and yet it worked for me. I don't know why, but I didn't seem to bother me as much. Joe last night in text suggested Darth Vader should have said, "Now I have the high ground."
So here I am, I'm kind of like Tanner, where it's fan service can be fine, as long as it's not too on the nose. I'm a little bit more cynical about it than Tanner, but I can appreciate some good fan service. And I was enjoying the episode enough that I was kind of making jokes in my head. So it's you get to the shot where it's they create the hole in the ground and Obi-Wan's at the bottom and Vader's looking down. And I was just waiting for Vader to go, "Now I have the high ground." And I was wait, it's not happening. I appreciate the restraint, but you know what? I'm having so much fun that if he said that, I really would not have cared, because I'm just enjoying this.
Joe, for what it's worth, they did an equivalent of this for the one moment of the episode that landed flat with me, which is when Ben Kenobi introduces himself to Luke Skywalker, and he fucking says hello there.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
I wanted to throw something at my TV.
Tanner, let me counter that. That shit ruled. However, my gripe with that is the opposite of your gripe with Moon Knight, where I think that if they had cut to credits right there, and then Qui-Gon thing was a post-credit scene, that would have worked well for me. I know why they didn't do that, because
These men are cowards.
oh, this is teasing a season 2, which I'm of the opinion that a post-credit scene doesn't need to be a teaser for another thing, but I know that that's kind of the implication that Marvel has done.
I will say, though, maybe one of my favorite Star Wars moments ever is in this episode, and it's what Tim was talking about with the Rebels callback. It's everything Hayden does after his mask is sliced open, specifically when he's like,
"You didn't kill Anakin Skywalker. I did."
ooh.
Yeah, that was a good line.
On the other hand, it's kind of goofy that the writers felt like they needed to explain Obi-Wan saying Darth Vader killed your father. I just always interpret that as him, lying. They also kind of give him an out there, which is fine, because Hayden kills the moment. He sells it so well.
It's so good. It's the best moment of the show. It's just that moment.
What he said was true from a certain point of view.
It was true from a certain point of view.
A certain point of view? But Ben, why didn't you tell me?
When Palpatine, again, showed up randomly in this episode, which was unexpected, I was like, Ian, what the hell are you doing here? I will say, for some reason, his appearance, the way the makeup was applied on him, specifically in this episode, gave me big robot chicken. What do you mean they blew up the Death Star?
Oh! So we're talking about the bit where Reva's about to go to the Lars homestead. I want to mention the bit before where Jesus Christ, like, Aunt Beru does not fucking take shit at all. Like, for starters, she just fucking calls out Owen on his shit. It's like, where the hell has Ben? I don't know, he's gone. Yeah, and whose fault is that? Alright, load up, bitch, we got a home to protect. She just immediately grabs a fucking gun. Girls get it done. Hashtag the boys, season 3.
Aunt, get strapped or get clapped, Beru. God bless. She know what she need to do.
A Star Wars story.
Yes! Get strapped or get clapped, a Star Wars story. There we go. $1 billion worldwide, Disney. Make it happen.
You know what? I would see that.
I would too. I love that Owen and Beru got to do more in this show. Again, it's really funny that Luke was only in the first and last episodes, considering they really emphasized him in the marketing.
Yeah.
And just completely blindsided by the fact this is a Leia show. But yeah, Reva's arc concludes awesomely in the last episode. I like that Obi-Wan seems to be at peace with his past now, finally. I think that last confrontation with Vader gave him peace. And I think Darth Vader saying, "I'm not your greatest failure, Obi-Wan," he was speaking from a place of pride, like, yes, Vader killed Anakin, but I think that was also the tiniest bit of Anakin peeking back out to try and absolve Obi-Wan of what he feared was failure. I think it was mostly the Darth Vader I'm evil thing, but I think there was like a kernel of light side Anakin in there. But I think it wraps up the show really well in a very satisfying way. I do think it's very funny how carefully they had to play Luke at the end because he can't see the lightsaber, or else episode 4 doesn't make any sense. But he doesn't. He doesn't see a lightsaber turned on. The only time he's conscious and nearby one, he's climbing out a ladder. I think this show ultimately works, and I was a real big fan of it. Tim, what's this thesis of yours?
I guess, yeah, my general final thoughts on the series as a whole. Like, I think it's solid. I'm a little iffy on just like the way it kind of plays with the continuity, but I think in some places it works, and I think we did get some like solid character moments with like Obi-Wan and Vader and Leia. I thought that was all great. I would like to see more content with Reva in it. Like, if they put her in some more stuff, I would be happy to see it.
I want the Reva spinoff show that is apparently rumored. I am all for it.
I'd be down. I think she's strong enough as a character that I would definitely be down to see like her own story. Yeah, I guess, overall, like, I think I don't love it as much as a lot of people do, but I think it has its strengths, and I'm glad that I watched it overall.
Yeah. Really echoing what Tim says, I pretty much agree with everything he does. They do play fast and loose with the continuity a lot, but I think it's ultimately in service of good storytelling, so I'm okay with it. Because nerds, nobody cares about canon if the story is good.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously, don't just break it all willy-nilly, but... and I know you don't like it, Joe, but Darth Maul pretty definitively died at the end of The Phantom Menace, and then they brought him back to life and gave him one of the best character arcs in all of Star Wars after that. So if you have a good story to tell, you can play fast and loose.
Right.
Joe, your final thoughts?
Yeah, no. It's a very, very solid finale. It's like we mentioned, it's one of my favorite bits of Star Wars content since The Last Jedi.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with all you guys. I think it's my third favorite piece of Disney Star Wars content overall. I might like Season 1 of The Mandalorian more. I'm not sure. It's close. But I definitely like this more than Season 2 of Mando, which really meandered in places. And I definitely like it more than the Book of Boba Fett. I forgot about the last season of Clone Wars. I might like that more. Who cares about my ranking? It's Star Wars. I couldn't think of a joke. I can't think of a joke.
You!
Yeah, what he said. Thank you for watching, guys. Comment below and let me know what do you think of Obi-Wan Kenobi overall. Episodes 5 and 6. There's a cat. Look at that cat go. Let me know overall. Hit the like button, subscribe button, bell icon, do it, or your home I break into. See you guys next time. Bye.
Farewell.
See ya, Darth.
Just slid my ticket across the table and I said, sorry guys, I gotta see about a girl.